Today, I'd like to unpack the idea of diversity and the dangers of categorizing people based on factors like race, gender, or economic status. I argue that such labeling, often considered progressive, is actually a language of hate that segregates us into different camps and sets the stage for discrimination and inequality. What prompted this discussion was a personal experience. I received an email from someone I considered a close friend who told me that I shouldn't discuss the topic of privilege because I'm white. This categorization by race saddened me deeply, not just because it came from a friend, but also because it belied the divisive, exclusionary nature of such labels. In contrast, I believe that our focus should be on our shared human experience, the wonderful life we've inherited, not just from our immediate ancestors, but from the entire lineage of human history. We've collectively built upon advancements in technology, science, and culture. These are our shared privileges as human beings, irrespective of our race or other categories we find ourselves slotted into. I stress that I view people as individuals, not as members of a particular group. It doesn't matter to me what your economic status is or what color your skin might be. What's important is our shared humanity. When we categorize people, we're not creating unity. We're erecting walls. These invisible dividers serve as a catalyst for a future filled with hate and division. Instead of a society that is quilted, a patchwork of different groups living adjacent but separate lives, I advocate for an interwoven society. Categorizing people is not the solution. It's part of the problem. Let's focus on what unites us, our shared experiences, dreams, and most fundamentally, our humanity. Now, let's not misunderstand. Diversity can indeed be a strength, but its power is not in isolating each thread of uniqueness. Imagine a piece of fabric. If it's made from fibers of only one type, it may have certain qualities, but lacks the strength that comes from integration. A fabric that weaves together threads of different materials and textures becomes not only more resilient, but also richer and more complex. It's when these diverse elements are integrated that they add the most value, providing strength that none could offer on their own. So diversity becomes our strength when it's interwoven into the fabric of society, not when it's sectioned off into isolated patches. Let's celebrate diversity by integrating it, by making it a part of the whole tapestry of human experience. Now let's be clear. There are nations that choose to maintain a singular cultural or ethnic identity, and there's an intrinsic value in that as well. Such countries contribute to the global tapestry by offering a deep dive into a specific way of life, becoming custodians of a unique set of traditions, technologies, foods, or stories. Their fabric may not be as strong, but that does not mean it's not beautiful. Some of the most beautiful things are also quite fragile. These countries aren't antithetical to the concept of diversity. They are, in fact, a part of global diversity. They show us that there are alternative, equally valuable ways to contribute to the richness of human experience. So when we speak about the strength that comes from diversity, it's a call mostly directed at societies that open their doors to immigrants and different cultures. It's not a one-size-fits-all prescription, but rather a principle that each nation can interpret and implement in a way that aligns with its own values and goals. Of course, if a nation chooses to be a melting pot, embracing people from all walks of life, then it has a responsibility to manage that diversity wisely. It's easy for diverse groups to retreat into their own enclaves, creating pockets that don't interact or integrate. If that happens, it's not the fault of the individuals coming into the country. Rather, it's an indication that the nation hasn't properly managed the inflow of immigrants. One way to facilitate true integration might be to thoughtfully manage where new arrivals settle. This isn't about limiting freedom. It's about ensuring that the melting pot truly melds, creating a stronger, more cohesive society. By doing so, we guard against the formation of isolated tribes within the nation, which is antithetical to the goal of creating a truly integrated, diverse society. Now let me be clear. This entire discourse isn't about funneling people from diverse backgrounds into the same professions or hobbies in the name of unity. In fact, that would be counterproductive. Part of the beauty and strength of diversity lies precisely in the different paths we take in life, be it in our careers, our passions, or our personal pursuits. Forcing uniformity in these areas, even through well-intended political or financial incentives, actually undermines the essence of diversity. It robs us of the rich tapestry of skills, interests, and perspectives that make a pluralistic society resilient and inventive. True social cohesion allows for diverse individual expression to coexist in harmony, enriching the community as a whole. Thank you for listening, and let's strive for a society that is as strong and beautiful as a fabric woven from diverse yet integrated threads.